Hi, I'm Dominic Robinson Neal,
I'm Zell Folks,
and this is
Inside the Ropes Boxing Show.
All right.
On Inside the Ropes today, we're talking about mental toughness. The mental game of boxing, that side of it.
Life too.
Life too.
Yeah,
Wow.
life
Wow.
too, man.
All right, so what are some of the characteristics of having good mental awareness in the ring and that toughness that you look for in
Well,
the
when I
fight?
say, not to cut you off, bro, when I say mental toughness, I mean the toughness to survive. Like, let's say when you dead tired, when you like tired and you feel like you can't go
Deep
on.
waters.
Deep water, no life raft. And now you out here, your mind start playing tricks on you. Like, so then you got to have the mental toughness to say, you know what, I'm going to drive on. No matter what the situation is, I'm going to drive on. Everybody don't have that. That's in life too. You know what I'm saying? You get some men who crack under pressure when it's time for all the bills to be paid, everything to be done. They can't handle that pressure. They break. So, and just like they're inside the ring. When you're inside the ring, man, a lot of things go through your mind, especially when you ain't having your way. Especially times when you super tired, the other person not agreeing with you on what you he's not agreeing to the script that you have in your mind that he's supposed to be doing.
Right.
And now the skill is out the window. The skill is even. Both of y'all tired. It come down to who got the strongest mind. A lot of people don't have that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. That's what makes to me, that's what makes a complete fighter. Because if everything being even, whoever had the strongest mind or the will, power, they're gonna come out on top. Because everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people love to box. They love boxing, but they don't like fighting. It's a difference. You know
So
what I'm saying?
what is that difference?
Fighting, you know, you're not worried about getting hit. You're not worried
Yeah.
about getting hurt. You're worried about finishing your opponent. That's all in your mind. You're not worried about if your shorts turned right, if your cup on right.
Yeah.
You don't care how you look, as long as you win.
Yeah.
Everybody not built like that. You know, a lot of these guys say, "Oh man, I die in the ring." No, you won't. They lying.
Yeah.
There's only a few people, selected people that actually will go out there and say, "Hey, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm gonna take whatever comes." Everybody ain't built like that.
Right.
So
right.
in life, you're gonna meet people like that. You're gonna meet women like that who will say, "Hey, it is what." Like we were talking about Christy Martin in here the other day, and Christy Martin, you know, her documentary where her husband stabbed her and shot her, and she still was trying to fight to live. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people.
Well, that's the art of survival. You trying to survive in that moment.
Well, some people just give up though.
Right. Right.
But if it happens quick, yeah, okay. But now when you done been shot and you've been stabbed and you just laying there, it ain't like, it's not like it's happening quick. It's taking a period of time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your mind have a chance to say, do I give up or do I keep fighting?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
Well, I mean, like when you preparing your fighters, that's part of the training, right?
Right.
Get the mind right.
Right. So
Yeah.
like I try to connect with them physically and then mentally. I try to give them my same range of mentality. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell them, look, man, I tell them anybody can fight when they not tired. Anybody can fight when. So my guys know, listen, I'm gonna put them in every situation they could possibly be in when they on the bad end of the stick. I'm gonna put them in there when they tired. I'm gonna put them in there after they just finished working out. I'm gonna put them in a bad situation. And if you want to still do it, you can. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, you go some places, the trainer's scared to tell the fighter what he's supposed to be doing, like he kissing us behind. Ain't no behind kissing over here. Hey, listen, you go, it's my way or you go.
Yeah. Why would he kiss a fighter's behind? Because he's trying to get the check, or
It could be because he's trying to get a check or he think the fighter better than he actually is and he not. You know?
or maybe he's not as prepared of a trainer that he should be.
Now that could be true.
But sometimes, like when you're not prepared, you kind of, submit to whatever the narrative is. You know what I mean?
Right. That I never thought about it like that, but you know, this is a serious, boxing is a serious game. If you don't have it mentally, like I said, we talking about mental toughness. If you don't have it mentally, sometimes the physical, like, yeah, you could be physically strong and all that, but man, a lot of times it's the person that's mentally, like, when I was in the Ranger Battalion, I'm gonna give you a prime example. When I was in the Ranger Battalion, we used to have guys that you probably would see on the street right now. I thought they were geeks and nerds. You'd be like, man, look at that nerd.
But they straight
I'll take his lunch money or whatever. The guys will kill you.
Yeah, like
they're mentally tough. And I was in the unit where everybody was mentally tough. We always competed like till the competing got like serious. You know what I'm saying? So it was always. But when you around people like that who mentally tough, it's like a disease. Everybody gets mentally tough. You know what I'm saying? Well, they'll push to the end till you know what I'm saying, till you can't push no more. So that's what I try to instill in these guys, even the little kids. I'm gonna put them in stressful situations. You know what I'm saying? We gotta push them.
Yeah, I mean it's good for them, you know, especially early on to feel those different emotions in that
right.
that time period. But like the mental aspect of it, you have to prepare yourself too prior to it.
You gotta practice it.
Yeah,
you gotta practice.
Yeah, but you gotta look in that mirror too and look at yourself and say, "Yo, I know I'm gonna get pressed today. You know, we might do 15 rounds. I know I'm gonna get tired around the 10th round, but I gotta press." So you having mental like talk to yourself. So when you get to that point, you know just to push on through, because it's a focus part of it too. Like if we take the last fight, like the last big fight with Tank and Garcia, you could tell like mentally, because he had a situation prior to the fight, correct?
Right.
But you could tell mentally he had locked in. Mm-hmm. Because every fighter, I look at it like this, every fighter is dangerous. Every one of them. Because you can get caught at any moment, you know, if you're not focused and you're not mentally tough.
True. You can open up enough. If you open up enough tomato cans, one of them gonna cut you. So, you
wow,
know
that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
So you gotta be mentally focused at all times, because just because you don't know the person, it's someone, well, he fighting nobody. Yeah, because you, like most people, they might look at a guy and say he's not nobody because they don't know him. They're not into boxing where they talked about fighting every day, or haven't been to nowhere where they've seen him before, or don't even look him up on YouTube or BoxRec to see what type of fighter he is. All they do is just say he ain't nobody because they don't know him.
Right.
But there's a lot of guys out here who can fight, who are just as mentally tough, and just like the guy who Boots Enos fought. Nobody knew him, but he got them made accountability to himself.
Yeah, that dude
you know
was
what I'm
tough.
saying?
That dude was tough. Fundamentally sound,
right?
That, yeah.
You just don't know. You don't know what kind of opposition you have until you act. That's why we make the fights. Yeah, it look one way on paper, just like Rashidi Ellis. He's supposed to beat the guy he fought, right?
Yeah.
And the guy came back and dropped him in 3 times.
How crazy was that?
Baby,
at the very end.
The guy had mental toughness.
Because he was getting hit.
Right. That guy stood.
Ellis fought a good fight, man. Like, yo.
Now, Ellis got hard too. Now, I give him his credit.
I'm just saying he had a good strategy. If you watch, he was using that jab. He was moving. He was changing his angles. All that. He did great. Like,
well, I knew. I was like, after the first 3 or 4 rounds, I was like, man, Rashidi can't hurt him. So he got. And then I was telling Coach Stan, I was like, in the 9th round, he gonna walk him down.
That's a good point you brought up. So he couldn't hurt him.
Right.
Mentally.
Right.
What does that say to you when you know, man, I'm hitting dude,
and he's still coming.
He's still
pressure,
coming. So,
pressure.
All right,
so
right in that mental part, right
so
there.
So that's mental fatigue. See, a lot of time, it's not just physical fatigue in the ring; it's mental fatigue. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So a guy can mentally fatigue you. That's why if you see a guy boxing, he's in front of you, right? And you say he's not throwing no punches, but he's doing this, he's doing that, he's fainting at you, everything. He's trying to put mental fatigue on you. So you over there now,
you processing information
right,
the whole time.
You don't know what he's gonna do. So now your nerves are jumping, your adrenaline's still flowing.
That's a
you
good
know what
way
I'm saying?
To put it, yeah.
So you have to mentally fatigue them as well as physically fatigue them.
Yeah. So that mental part that you was just speaking on prior to boxing matches, you training your athletes to go through that, right?
Right.
So what is like your go-to thing to take them through so they'll be prepared for that moment?
I get them dead tired, dog tired. So we have a little drill we got called round robin. We use it. I'm gonna give you one of my secrets. So we put 3 guys in the ring. So we have 2 of them in the center. They going at it. They go hard for 1 minute straight. Boom, boom. I say switch. So a fresh guy's gonna come in on the tired guy, on the tired guy that's still in there, and they gonna go hard. Now the guy who just got in there, when I say switch again, a fresh guy's gonna come in on him. So now we doing this with like 12, 15 minutes straight. Them guys are super tired. They always got a fresh guy on them. Always got a tired guy in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
What are you saying to them in that moment when you know that they're tired?
Suck it up.
Suck it up.
They got to bite down. They don't know how much time I have on the clock. So that's mentally fatiguing them too, because you don't know how much time. You don't know if I'm gonna say we're gonna do this 6 minutes. You don't know if we're gonna do it 12. You don't know if we're gonna do it 20. So you have to mentally adjust for that. Preparation part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're used to being tired, like let's say this is a prime example of what I'm saying. I was telling somebody here the other day. I was like, yeah, I can get in there and do 15, 20 rounds sparring. They're like, Coach, how you get in here? And y'all let me go at my own pace. I'm going at my pace, nice and slow, nice and slow.
So
y'all not putting no stress on me.
Right.
Now, what if imagine they came out swinging and throwing like they throw at each other, now my heart rate is up.
You got to
going
adjust
200 or 300. Now I gotta fight back for my life. If they get in there and actually fought me, you know what I'm saying? But so I can do anything I want at my own pace, because you're not mentally fatiguing me and you're not physically fatiguing me. Now, if you get in there and got on my ass, then it might be a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you gotta like this.
Because you gotta adjust.
Right. I gotta fight for my life. That's like, okay, this is the example I use with them. I say, remember Floyd Mayweather supposed to be in this era TBE, greatest, right? Whatever.
He is.
Whatever you want to say in your mind.
He is.
He's not. But anyway, that's opinion. But let's say, for example, okay, he's the best, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, answer this question for me. What would you rate Marcos Maidana as a fighter? A, B, C, D, what? My opinion, he's no more than a C+ fighter.
Wow.
Amir Khan beat him. Okay, hold up. Devin Alexander beat him. Amir Khan beat him. There's a lot of people whoop Maidana.
So you rating him on wins and losses?
No, I'm rating him on the skill set. He's not no great boxer.
He's not, but he's a brawler.
Against who?
He was a brawler against Floyd.
Now you're getting to the point I want to make. This man got out there and fought Floyd like he just fought him. He didn't box him.
So,
he didn't give him time to think.
So what is that? What you saying? The man got up for that challenge for just that moment?
No, I'm not saying that.
Or that's not in his DNA?
He didn't let Floyd fight his fight.
Right.
He didn't let Floyd sit there and get comfortable and pick him apart.
You're right.
He made him fight for his life. He said, okay, I'm going to go out hard at this man every round. And it made it look like a close fight to where they said, hey, you might have lost that one. Come back for a rematch. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though I thought Floyd still won the first one.
Right.
But it was close enough to the untrained eye might say, nah, Floyd, you didn't win that. Because he had a hard time. You see what I'm saying? He had a rough time with him. And he wasn't supposed to have a rough time with him. You see what I'm saying?
All right, so tell me about Floyd's mental adjustment in that moment then.
Man, let me tell you this. Floyd Mayweather is mentally tough. The man is mentally tough.
Why you say that,
man, listen, man. Floyd, everybody think Floyd soft. I rag Floyd all the time, but Floyd, his mental is the best thing about him. He's not physically dominating nobody. No matter what, if you watch any Floyd Mayweather fight, he gonna always keep the same demeanor.
Okay,
under pressure, he gonna keep the same demeanor. And when he got to dig down, he'll dig down. If you go back and look at his fight with Emmanuel Augustus, he had to dig down. And he overcame it. He fought Chop Corley, he had to dig down. He fought Zab Judah, he was behind. He kept his composure and walked him down. He was in real trouble when he fought Shane Mosley. He got caught.
He got caught like he got rocked.
Okay, then you
but
see.
But the wherewithal to grab that arm.
Right, he grabbed his arm.
Yeah.
That was smart.
That was very
now,
smart.
He changed his whole mentality after that. He walked Shane Mosley down, said, man, you're going to have to knock me out and start beating the brakes off Shane. He like, yeah, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
His mind changed. His that mentality. See, he have a tough mentality. You know what I'm saying? That mental power he got was great.
So can mental toughness be learned? That's learned behavior, or is it in your DNA? Like
it's in a lot of it's like a game rooster or a game dog. It's in that blood. It's in your bloodline. You know what I'm saying? You can get some people. You can send them to a psychiatrist for mental toughness 365 days a year. They ain't gonna be mentally tough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you can send some that you wouldn't even know they were mentally tough until it was time for them to prove it. You're not gonna know you're mentally tough until you come up against something where you got to be where you have to be mentally tough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know?